What up, y'all? It's your boy Jimmy Dukes, aka the Juggalo Nation, with my second episode of me learning how to play Cities Skylines. As I mentioned in my last episode, I was going to be following a tutorial series from a YouTube channel called Move the Mouse. I went ahead and watched the first two episodes, and I've learned a lot already. The first episode was called How to Start Your City, and the second one was just called Garbage, Healthcare, and Education. I'm pretty much following the same basic layout of the roads initially. Keep in mind, I'm not using the same map he's using, but I'm gonna kind of just follow exactly what he's doing and just implement what I've learned as I go through this series. In the first episode, he talks about the initial layout of the roads, the zoning for the residential, commercial, and industrial. Then finally, he just covers the water and the power. So the layout, I went ahead and did the roundabout like he did off the main freeway, and this helps out with flow of the traffic. In my last map, I had a lot of issues with the map having a lot of traffic issues, so the roundabouts really help. So I created this one myself, kind of how he did. Then he goes into the zonings. For the zoning, it's pretty straightforward. The green is going to be your residential area, and blue is commercial, and then this orange color is the industrial. So keeping them separated is going to help, because actually the industrial area gives off pollution and noise, and the residents actually get sick or get upset. So I had some of those icons in my last map and I couldn't fix it, so that's a quick fix, just keeping those separate. Then he talked about the water and the power. So for the water, I came down here and I have this pump. So that just the pump is pumping the water here. The stream's going down this way, so the water goes up, goes across. I made the pipes overlap each other so there's enough coverage. So if anything fills in between, there'll be water coverage. And then it backs out and then just dumps back into the lake or the river here. Then he went into the power. The power, I did just the coal power plant like he did. It was a little expensive how he mentioned at first, but I went ahead and did it because he did it. So I got my little industrial area and then my residence and the commercial area. Nice little simple layout that I could build off of. Another thing I wanted to mention is the power lines. So in my last map, when I was just playing and just learning as I went, I was putting power lines everywhere, and apparently you don't need them. So in these areas where you have zoned out, as when there's buildings, the blue will just keep spreading to those areas. So you don't need power lines really. You just got to make sure that you have enough power available. That was the first episode. It was pretty cool. Kind of straight to the point, and kind of give you some pointers of something you might not have thought of, or why certain things happen. The second episode, he talked about garbage, healthcare, and education. So for the garbage, I just did a landfill like he did. And you see that bubble? I didn't know, but that's kind of like the polluting area. And in my first city, I had landfills near residents, and people were getting sick, and I had no idea how to fix that. So that's the bubble. I went ahead and put in industrial sites since it won't bug anybody. So that's pretty good. So green is what it covers. So it's covered everything I need for right now. So that's good to go. Then he did healthcare. So healthcare is same thing. I put in the residential area, and you can see that everywhere green is covered, and I'm good to go up here. Keeping track of these little stats up here and seeing what you need or don't need is really helpful. And the first time around, I didn't really pay attention to much of those, and I was putting healthcare clinics way later than I needed instead ahead of time. Finally, he covered the education. So for the education, I just have a school, and I already put it here in the neighborhood already in the residential area, because that's where you're going to need it. And again, keep in mind that I'm in the green, so I'm good. So the capacity is 300. I'm actually at 234, so I'm still good. So as my little neighborhood expands, of course, I'm going to need more education. That was pretty much it. One other thing he mentioned that they helped me that I didn't know is going to economy. And then you got all these tabs. So for the taxes, he had mentioned that 12% is a good amount to take from everybody without them complaining. So this way you can get some money up front. from everybody. Then as far as the budgeting, so obviously your city's not that big right now, so he lowered all of these, and this way you can save some money up front. But as your city expands, you want to start putting these up. So I'm gonna put these down right now. Then finally the loans. The money's there, so you can just take it. So I already took my first loan, and in my next episode, when I get my city big enough, I'm gonna take the second loan. So on my milestones, I already got my first milestone and I covered all these. So my next episode, I'm gonna start covering the district policies, second loan, and so on. So I hope you come back and you see my progress of my little city called Dukeville continue to grow. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies.